Hello, welcome to Devlog 3 of the Far Cry 5 level editor series. We're here, I'm going to be continuing with my outpost level and the progression on it. So, I know previously I said I'll probably do the second part of terrain, however, I'm shifting it to doing the environment and audio aspect, mainly focusing on all the other elements besides audio, effects, and we'll focus on weather, day and night cycle, backdrop, and fog to help set the tone. This will likely be a much shorter video than the previous one, and won't take as long. And then in the next one, I'll continue on to with the terrain, because I think the second part of terrain with the cave system is going to be quite annoying to figure out, which is why I'm leaving it till after this. And then once I get that sorted, I'll be able to start working on the main uh, roads uh, and bridges and so on, which will act as part of the terrain. And then we can start looking into populating the area with some buildings and so on to make it look pretty. So, moving on to day and night cycle. So, we should probably sort this out. So, I kind of want the level to be in a much darker environment because I am sticking to like that zombie horror style uh, environment. So we are going to be just looking at messing around with the different settings. So it seems like at 21 hours is when it gets dark. But I do want it to be bright enough so the player can actually see. And then we have, I'm assuming the rotation of the sun and moon for this. Do we have, right, yes, so that's what it is. So we'll have the sun moon up here. And then, okay. Oh, there we go. And then latitude. Uh, and then sun angle. Where is the sun? Okay. The sun isn't important, but I do want the moon to be so the player can actually see it and so it reflects well with the water. And then we'll do that. Because then it casts that harsh shadow from the trees. Or maybe what I'll do actually. As for the moon phase, interesting. Okay, I want it to be like a full moon, make it bigger, preset, exterior, interior. Now, as for these, I'm not too sure what this actually is supposed to define. So for now, I'm just going to leave it exterior and we'll see what happens. Now, ambient bounds color red. So this is, so there's a stronger hue in red, I believe. So we want that kind of all the way up. And then all the way down. And then sky caution. And so that's the day and night cycle for the time being. This might get shifted. Now let's see. So we have apocalyptic, which is nice. Bliss, bloodshed, which is also quite nice. Blueberry red, fate, father. Ooh. Actually provides a pretty nice lighting. Peaceful, but Wasteland. Wasteland is actually quite interesting as well. We definitely want some clouds. But we want the clouds so they don't really cover the moon. No. Let's go with some shadows. Wind force. Let's add a bit of wind. Make it subtle. Make it so it's raining. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. That does seem to be a bit strong of a hue, though, on this lens. Is there no way to decrease? Maybe that will come with the size of the moon. Wow, that. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna just turn this off and then shift the size of the moon a bit. Um, and then we'll see what it looks like. Okay, yeah, that's a lot better. Now for fog, we definitely want some kind of dense fog backdrop. So we're gonna sort out the fog afterwards. There's a select settings there. Oh, nice. So we definitely don't want a city, of course. We want some kind of mountain uh, environment in the background. Interesting. This makes it seem like it's natural, part of the scenery. Sweet. So, fog density. Oh, wow. So the density really hits hard, um, even without changing it much. Fog scattering. We definitely want the fog to scatter quite a lot and not be too dense. Extinction. What does this mean? Hmm. Yeah, I can already tell like the environment's getting really dense because of that fog. So I definitely want it. To be fair, I don't think I need to really change it much from this. I think this might be the perfect settings that we kind of want.
Outpost.
Hmm. And then we've got the moon over there. This is quite nice. I think it might actually have to be a denser fog. Not by much, but just ever so slightly make it a little denser to just make it that more ominous environment. So let's go back to the arcade editor and let's get going with the last parts of the fog and then oh, okay. So I'll probably do the post-processing effects. Okay. Now this is going to be good to do, so we'll definitely do that. Oh, okay, so we can get more done. some kind of soundtrack. Okay. Let's not worry about this just for now. Let's finish off with the fog. So we definitely want it to be... We want the bottom to be denser. That's what it was. As for the top, we don't want it as dense. So we'll just go with that. And see what it looks like.
Outpost.
Yeah. I think I may try to make the scene a little bit darker as well, so I'll light it up properly with some proper light systems in the level. So I definitely want to do that. So day and night cycle. Okay, so we definitely need to make it a little bit denser. Let's go to this. Now for the effect, I'm considering the black and white red potentially. Okay, maybe dark cyan might be the way to go with this. But it is a little too strong. Or I could do like a hallucination style. Okay, let's see what dark cyan can look like with a less of a hue. So I think maybe around there. Oh wow, okay. Definitely don't want these. I'll probably use Vignette. Effect opacity. Lower that down. Just a tad exposure compensation. Just so the player can actually see. Sweet. Now as for the ambient sounds, we got Forest Horror, Primal, Ghost Town, Jungle Warfare. Okay, so we definitely want that horror. Oh, I might go with Ghost Town. Obviously, won't be able to tell these unless I go in, I believe. Now I don't know what any of these sound like, so if it comes down to it, I may not use the. I'm probably not going to use the music theme. We're going to go with that. Boom.
Outpost.
Okay. And now we've got that rough horror style theme lighting with the world and environment that kind of I'm aiming to go for. With the wood elements and the color scheme, it just blends it quite well, I would say. And in that stormy environment also. Now as for the sound effect, I'm not sure if I like it. I don't really hear much of it, so I definitely think I may switch it to this. I don't actually even know if it's playing.
Outpost.
But as for the lighting and everything, I'm quite happy where this is. Now, what I think I might do, since I have a bit of time, since this was done quite fast, I'm going to just set up the road system uh, and get that sorted. Because I definitely think just having that placed and good to go will come in very handy. Now, I probably regret making the fog at this point. I may have to tone it down a bit just so I can see. I mean, I can see just about fine. Uh, but it is picking up quite nicely. So, let's just quickly set up some quick roads and we're good to go. So, and the objects, game objects, no, Far Cry 5, structures, and then let's go transport. Let's do the bridges. I want to get the bridges just quickly sorted so I don't have to worry about them. Now, what type of bridges do we want? Now, how do I drop this down a bit? I mean, I don't necessarily need it. Object options, edit. Oh, there we go. Is this actually... Okay, and just lower this down about there. And then we rotate this on, not the x-axis, the z-axis a bit. Oh no. Okay, and then that's bridge one. So we'll do the same on this side. Oops. Right. Structures, transport, bridge. And then I probably should have used this one. Now, how do I scale this? Actually, we'll do that in a second. Okay, so now object options, edit coordinates. No. I can't scale this. Okay. Well then in that case, I'll just add a second one. Yep, we'll just do that. And then we'll do the same here. Which means the bridges are then sorted, good to go. And then we can do the roads. Hmm. Oh, that makes a lot more sense. I can actually lock the camera, which is something I haven't realized just up until now. So let's do this. Boom. Okay. Let's bring this all the way down. Okay. Okay, perfect. So that's bridges sorted. Let's just get some basic roads in, and then next time there'll be some lighting for the roads, and it'll be all good to go. Now as for this, I think I want to move this back a bit. Probably the same for this. Right, so roads. Far Cry 5, structures, transport. Are there no real flaws that I can... Or is it not? It could be somewhere else. If I can't find it, I'll figure it out for the next one. Fortress. Yeah, it has to be there, somewhere here. Objects, transport. Fabrics. Now, roads. Where do we find anything for roads? Because there doesn't seem to actually be anything for roads. I don't necessarily need them. It's just more of an aesthetic thing. However, I could just make it out to be some kind of wooded area that doesn't require roads. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna go with. And instead, I'll populate the environment around these gaps with like some wreckages and stuff. But as for right now, I'm quite happy with where this is. So part 3 is now done. We've lit the scene with proper day and night cycle, weather, fog, backdrop, some post processes, and audio is now all done. Of course, it's a little difficult to see the backdrops, but they're there in case the player was interested. So next steps will be to get that cave system sorted. Likely it'll be somewhere down on the left side here, and then I'll create that cave system. Now, I initially wanted to do it using the terrain system and using the different terrain tools to bump and flatten the floor. However, I'm considering making rock formations to build this cave system. Might be the better way to go about it and not having to worry about the water levels and trying to make sure I balance it out in relation to the cave. However, I do need to consider that entrance because initially I did have it planned to go underground, so I'll probably make an entrance with some rocks here that the player can see. They can go under and then they'll navigate through. But that's still to be considered based off the research I've done. So that's the next step. Next steps will be getting that cave sorted. Once the cave is sorted, we then move on to buildings and getting the actual outpost and other asset elements in, mainly focusing on the buildings though, and we'll do it step by step that way. So thank you for watching, and I will see you likely in the next one.